That is right. Welcome back to CryptoWise.
Better late than never. Sorry, CryptoWisers. A little bit late this morning. We got a new setup. We're in a new studio. We're at Marvin's palatial estate.
Woo! It took a while for Milt to get through my security team. You know, it's not a. I got this place on lockdown, Milt. We on lockdown.
This is a nice place you got, Marv. Marv, you guys, I think we should be giving away a week at Marvin's house because this place is beautiful.
All thanks, and I am very grateful to cryptocurrency for buying me this amazing place over the years. All right, guys, we've got an amazing episode here for you today. It is Monday morning, and to be honest, we're late again. It's my fault, okay, Milt? It's my fault, but I'll take the blame today because we've got a killer week ahead. And there's a lot of money to be made this week in cryptocurrency. So we want to talk about everything that's going on. And we want to take a look at some of those key plays that are happening. How is everybody doing? How's the CryptoWise familia? Please feel free to chat with us in the comments.
Great to see our regular familia out there. We got Johnny Reed. We got Deviant's listening to us in the car, somehow commenting at the same time. Careful, Deviant.
He's already buckled up. He's safe. He's good to go.
Oh, okay. If you're buckled up, you can text at the same time while you drive. Is that how it works?
Yeah, well, make sure that you are driving safe. If you're listening to CryptoWise, you want to drive safe at all times. Buckle up because it's going to be a crazy one, guys. Wow, Milt. Also, of course, you know, guys, if you haven't already, smash the like button. It means a lot to us, does a lot for the channel. And subscribe to the channel. Click on that subscribe button and click on that little bell so that you get real-time alerts when we go live. And, of course, Milt, if you haven't...
I got it here on my screen here.
They've got to join us on Twitter as well at CryptoWise Daily and our official Telegram group at CryptoWise Official. Enough of that. What do you have on your screen, Milt? Let me take a look at you haven't shared your screen. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, boy.
Jerry. Where is Jerry going today? We're going to find a new house for Jerry. I'm a little bit sad, a little bit bittersweet because it's been nice to have Jerry around our place.
What are you sad about? He's in my wallet. Jerry's mine. What are you sad? I'm giving my own personal...
I've been staring at Jerry all weekend. He's on the Twitter feed. And look at him.
Personal Jerry away to the beloved family.
Yeah, Jerry looks excited to be leaving, though. He wants a new home.
Why don't you guys...
Today we're going to be announcing the winner of Jerry. Any last-minute entrants, if you want to enter to win Jerry, then just go to our Twitter feed here, and it's the pinned tweet. Just retweet that, and then you will be among the eligible... to win Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry has definitely been given away today.
Yeah, we're giving Jerry away.
I had a long talk with Jerry over the weekend.
These are all the people who are eligible to win Jerry, but also the people who commented.
There were a lot of tears. He understands what's happening. We told him he'd be going to a good home, and you know, that's just that. He's content. He's accepted his fate, and he just hopes that his new parents will treat him nicely. He loves chicken fingers and French fries.
He loves them.
Loves them.
A little too much.
He loves them. He's also a big fan of Count Dracula cereal in the morning.
Is he? That's disgusting.
Yeah, no, he told me that as well. So Jerry, he of course is a Soul Dad, NFT trading on Solana. And a really great project. We bought a bunch ourselves, and I decided to give Jerry away. When are you going to give one of your NFTs away? Why am I giving my NFTs to the community?
I'm a hoarder.
If you want an NFT from Milton, make sure to let him know in the comments. We want to give one of Milton's away because we're giving one of mine away right now. So that's cool.
You know that I'm a hoarder, which is why you have the nice house and I live in a tent, because I hoard all my crypto and I hoard my NFTs.
You are a definite hoarder. Now, before we give Jerry there away, let's take a look at the market because it was a bit of a turbulent weekend. A lot of people were anticipating a really strong weekend, Milt, but we saw a little bit of the opposite happen. There was quite a bit of sell-off and then strong recovery, and then quite a bit of sell-off and then strong recovery, and then a little bit of a sell-off and then a strong recovery this morning. We're seeing a bit of a dip here, but some things are just pumping, and other things are actually losing a bit of traction here.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing. We're not seeing, when we're in those kind of down markets, everything dumps at the same time, and then you might see everything kind of pump a little bit at the same time. Here we're seeing some really
seeing this
strong...
though? Are you seeing Polkadot's chart right now at $48, 48.8? Yes, look at this candle, my friend.
Wow.
Polkadot is absolutely pumping this morning, and I brought this up to Milt. I said, listen, we've only got 10 days left before the parachains. It's going to be very, very interesting to wait and watch what happens to DOT between here and the parachains, because I suspected, as did you, we're going to get some massive candles, and here we are at 48.9. And it looks like she's going to smash through 49. Now, what do you recall what DOT's all-time high was recorded?
I'm pretty sure it never hit 50.
Well,
so we're getting
different
close.
charts show different things, but I'm here 49.69. We are almost back. And we've been talking about this, Milt. For how long have we been talking about Polkadot being...
Well, since we launched the channel.
No, but I mean being behind in the recovery.
Oh, yeah. This is only the beginning. It's going to be really interesting to see. So 10 days, the Polkadot parachain auctions are going to start. We saw Picasso. Congratulations to Picasso getting the last Kusama parachain. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But yeah, the market has been really interesting, with certain projects taking off, others not so much. But
so close to the all-time high here. Very, very close.
Imagine if it hits its all-time high during today's show. That would be exciting.
Would be amazing. That would be actually amazing. I just want to see if we can pin this and then take a zoom in here. Look how close we are there, Milt.
Wow.
That's the all-time high. That blue line is the all-time high, and we are on our way. We are very, very close.
Those of you who are only listening, not watching, it's about half an inch. We're half an inch away from its all-time high. That's the technical term. Well, one of the obviously one of the trends in crypto right now that's going insane are the games. So let's have a look here at the top gaming tokens by market capitalization. When you're on Coin Market Cap here, just make sure that one of the tools that you really should be using is the categories tool. So just up here, you just go to categories and find the different categories, because that's really interesting information to see, okay, what are the categories leading crypto at any given time? Right now, hands down, it is gaming. Axie Affinity still the top game out there, but we got Decentraland pumped the last 7 days, almost 300%. Engine still up there. You got Sandbox 150%. These games have just been on fire. Pretty much anything that is a metaverse game or a play to earn game, we saw big pumps in there. One of the big ones that we talked about last time, I said I was waiting for a dip. Well, no dip is happening right now. That's Star Atlas.
I told you. You said, I'm waiting for the dip. I said, I think this is the floor for now, Milt. We're going up from here. It was at 8 cents. That was last week, and here we are at 12 cents.
Yeah.
You didn't listen to me.
I still think there's going to be a dip eventually.
You didn't.
We'll see what happens.
Of course, it's crypto. There's always dips.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you can always wait for a dip
sometimes.
Well,
I know. I said, I don't think it's going back under 8, so we'll see about that.
Yeah, so that's the gaming. These are the kind of what I'm looking at. I'm looking at gaming. Then I also have the DeFi. Obviously, I look at what the DeFi charts are telling us. And DeFi right now is definitely not a lot of energy in DeFi right now. You're seeing the big layer ones, kind of like Solana, and we talked about DOT is pumping. But all the kind of DEXs and stuff like that, a bit slow. So there's some good discounts here for those bags. If you're kind of trying to build up your bags of DeFi still. A few of them, like PancakeSwap's down this week about 9%. There's some other ones that are kind of, lagging behind the overall market. Those are ones that you can kind of have a look at. One I did talk about last week that I said was a good buy was my big friend there, Rune, and Rune just took off. So hopefully some of you guys kind of filled your bags last week with Rune when we talked about it. It's over $16. I think it's going to its all-time high, which is about $20. There's the all-time chart there. So Rune's on fire. Hopefully you guys picked up a little bit of Rune last week. A lot of the blue chippers were really good buys last week.
Yeah, you know what else is on fire? Another one I talked about last week in the gaming side, UFO Gaming. UFO Gaming is on fire. Milt hates when I talk about this because he didn't get his bag. He didn't get his bag of the UFO yet. But here we are, and it is popping, and it has been popping, Milt, ever since we talked about it on the channel.
Yeah, and as I said, gaming is pumping right now, and one of the comments is that the narrative will shift again soon, and I agree with that too. So what I look for is, I'm not trying to FOMO into these games. What I said last week still holds for me. Okay, I'm looking, what are the new games that have a lot of potential? Those are the ones I want to go in, because I do believe in gaming long term for sure. In crypto, it's going to be huge. But I'm looking more at the DeFi side right now, which is lagging. You also have the NFT space it's hot, but it's not as hot as gaming. But you're seeing some of the big. There is overlap here, like Decentraland considered gaming and NFT, but you're seeing Chili's starting to heat up. It's back up to 47 cents, so that's up 43% this week. You're seeing some other NFT plays kind of doing all right, but haven't done what gaming is really doing right now. So I'm still looking at any good NFT buys also right now.
Yeah, me too. But I'm also digging deep into NFTs themselves.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now we're addicted to NFTs. So yeah, we got to keep going. The other thing about Bitcoin, it did have its biggest monthly close last night. So this is a new month. Happy November, everyone. So Bitcoin closed. That was its highest monthly close. And if, that's something to celebrate. And I just want to have a peek at this. So this is the weekly. This is the weekly chart here, which is a beautiful chart here, as we can see breaking out. It's also this kind of zooming out. When you're in crypto, every second is a trigger of like, oh, I got to get in on this before it's too late. I got to get in on that before it's too late. I love looking at the kind of the bigger time frame charts, because look at this. Marv. Okay, remember back in 2017 when Bitcoin was pumping, everyone was like, it's a huge bubble, it's a huge bubble. And it burst. Yeah. That's this little hill back here.
No. You must have that wrong.
This is back in 2017, this little bump that's not even, it looks like a little pebble on the road now. We did go through crypto winter to get to where we are now.
That looks like a paper hand penis is what that looks like.
But look at that. I mean, it's so far down. It's crazy when you look at these kind of these bigger time frames. So it's always good to be looking.
Holy, look at that.
There's the monthly. So it's not even, it doesn't even really register as a pump on the monthly here. And but that's the beautiful candle right here. October 2021 is the highest monthly close for Bitcoin.
Wow. That deserves the. Don't you think? Oh, yeah. And I think this is just the beginning. We're getting close to those old all-time highs that we saw earlier in this year. And if we can break that resistance, then it's going to be fun to watch. What is that price discovery? That's always what we're looking for in crypto. What is the price? When you're in price discovery, which it looks like we're going to be very close to that for Polkadot soon, which is exciting. Where do they create that next resistance level? For Bitcoin, because it's so big already, we could go from 65 to 75 pretty quick. Yeah, we could. Speaking of Polkadot, how is Kusama Parachain race going?
All right, let's look at the Kusama Parachain race. As I mentioned quickly, Picasso, they got the last parachain. So Picasso. They got the little gold badge here on dot market cap. So good to get them kind of, I like I almost love every dot project, so it's hard when I have to pick the ones I'm going to support or not support. Picasso wasn't one that I supported, but good for them. Picasso is the Kusama Canary network of composable dot finance. That's the Polkadot project, and that's them here. So they got the latest parachain. Congratulations to them. But now things get exciting for you and me, Marv.
Yes.
Because the projects that we're most supporting in this are second and third place right now in the race. So we got our friends here at Unique Network, which is their Kusama project is Quartz. They're in second place right now.
I'm so excited.
And then we got Integrity in third place. They're still holding strong even after all the FUD that was going on about them. I hope that's kind of in the rear view mirror, because I want to see a good battle here. I want to see Unique get their parachain and Integrity get their parachain soon, because I want them to launch their products. They're both amazing. So look at Quartz here, 23.1K. The big one here is the Metaverse parachain, which this is their Kusama Project Pioneer Network. But that's they've got a pretty big lead, 77.8K. But I really believe in Unique. Unique has done really well lately, but I'm really hoping in the next 3 weeks we see Unique and Integrity with their parachains. That would be super exciting. I did stumble on a really great Medium post this morning. Now, this is from a company called Hypersphere. They're a VC company that does a lot of big investing in the Polkadot ecosystem. They have a great read here. If you want to learn more about parachain auctions and get into the nitty-gritty of them, this is a great post. So they kind of examined the Kusama parachains, what's been happening so far. And obviously one of the big things is it worth you lending your Kusama to these projects instead of just staking your Kusama? So that's been kind of a big question out there before these parachains started. Was it going to be worth it? And clearly, so far, it has been. So if you stake your Kusama, you can get about 15.9% yield on that. But what we're seeing so far is that the return to be part of these crowd loans has been way better than that. And they just kind of looked at the top ones here. Moon River was by far the best one, over 1,300% if you join that Moon River one. But Karura, you're getting over 46%. Shiden Network, you're getting over 66%. Everything is way over the yield that you would get just from staking. And but they've got great information here. If we see, take a look at this chart here, which is really valuable information. You can see kind of the percent of the total supply that these projects have dedicated to getting their parachain in terms of the rewards that you get back. And some of them gave a ton. So Moon River gave 30% of their total supply back to the crowd loan people. And you're seeing that really reflected in the rewards that these people have gotten. And then some like Kilt, like our great friends at Kilt.
They had a comment that said Kilt is going to melt faces.
Oh, it really is. But they only gave 2% to their crowd loan people. They're really stingy on giving away their token, which is going to make the token even that much more valuable. But this is a really interesting chart here. Anyway, I really recommend go to Hypersphere on Medium. This article, if you're interested in getting into really understanding the value of entering these crowd loans and these auctions, this really gives you an idea based on the ones that are already out there. And for me anyway, as you guys know, I say this every day, I am putting my Kusama right now to work for Unique Network and their Quartz project and Integrity.
Both very exciting projects, Milt. Both very, very exciting projects. And I'm even more excited to see that Polkadot is running the way that it is running, because this is exactly what we had said for a long time here over the last couple of months.
I had no doubt, but it is exciting to see. Let's have a look and see. Is it still running there, Marv?
Yeah, it's still running. Here's the chart now. It broke 49. It had a dip down to 48, and here we are running back for 49. And so we are very, very close. It is very likely, guys, that we smash through 50 here this week. I'm very much expecting Polkadot to smash through 50 and reach new all-time highs before the parachains, and I'm expecting that over the next week. So very exciting stuff. Another project that I find very exciting here, Milt, is called Unilayer, okay? Unilayer. How many of you guys have heard of Unilayer? Unilayer, talking about DeFi. Unilayer is a new generation decentralized trading platform built on top of Uniswap that enables key features for professional level trading with its Layer utility token, focusing on automated swaps and liquidity management, staking, farming charts and analytics, live order books, and a lot more. So what these guys are building is actually incredible. The question is, can they pull it off? If they can, I expect Unilayer to do very well. And looking at their charts, now would be a great time for an entry. There was a massive pump late last week, all the way to $1.56, $1.57, and now we're back down to 90 cents. But if you look at their all-time chart back in April, they were actually up over close to $4. And so I'm expecting Unilayer to have some really serious price action. I've just, full disclosure, bought a bag. They're not sponsors of the channel or anything like that, but I have bought a bag and I plan to hold it for quite some time to see what happens there.
Yeah, Marv, you got me into that one too. I really liked what I saw there. I really love the idea. And unfortunately, I went in this weekend before this last dip. But I agree with you. I think that chart does look good. They seem to bounce pretty strong off of 80 cents there. Reminds me a lot of Elixir Finance, and my Elixir video is coming out today.
I'm so pumped for Lix, and another good buying opportunity, right?
Well, that's what I wanted to say, because when you showed that chart on
I think everyone should
Unilayer
have
there,
a little exposure to Lix. Personal opinion, not financial advice, but I do.
I'm excited for my video to come out. I'm pretty proud of it, but Unilayer reminds me a lot in terms of what I was watching this weekend with some alts. We saw pretty decent dips in a lot of these small cap alts that I like, Unilayer being one, and Lix is the same. So Lix had a big pump.
Yeah.
And this weekend had a big dump. And so I see this as a basically the same as Unilayer, a good buying opportunity. Not financial advice, of course.
I think the key to both of these stories is that both Lix and Unilayer are such early days. Such early days. Michael said it right here. Lix hasn't even really started. They just launched their app last week. And so in terms of their new UI and the website and stuff, this stuff is just coming online. And so this is very, very fresh.
Yeah, so these are the kind of projects that I'm looking for. Unilayer, I like. Lix, in terms of what problem are they solving? Are they solving a problem that I see out there? Do they have a good team behind it? And then looking at where the tokenomics are. So with Lix, you're looking at a market cap around 10 million. With Unilayer, you're looking at about 20 million. Tiny right now.
Tiny. And I think Lix only has a
tiny
total supply, 10 million tokens total.
Yeah, so just the plug for my video. My Lix video is coming out later today. I hope you guys watch it because, I put a lot of work into it. There's a lot of great information in there. And we got a lot of great videos coming out this week.
Yeah, we do. I just put out our an NFT video yesterday, Milt. That's getting some decent traction. The True 100x NFT gems. A lot of great projects coming up.
That was a great video, Marv.
Thanks,
I gotta
man.
say.
It's really important to stay involved in that stuff. If you want to get involved, if you want to learn, it's great. A lot of the projects I talked about yesterday aren't even out yet, so there's still opportunities for whitelist and pre-mint opportunities on almost every project.
Yeah, if you're an NFT person watching, definitely check out Marv's NFT video. Just dropped last night. A lot of great projects in there. A lot of them that we own, obviously. I think we own all of them, the ones that are out at least. So we had a question here about AstroSwap, because I did retweet over the weekend a tweet about Astro. And I made a video about AstroSwap before. I am slowly, and Marv, you might be actually surprised about this, but I'm looking more and more at Cardano these days.
Wow.
It's one of the ecosystems that I just have not been a part of at all. And no one's really paying attention to it now. It had a huge pump earlier in the summer. And, everyone's waiting. When are these dApps going to launch? One of them that I did talk about already is AstroSwap. I'm looking at a bunch of them. But what makes me very excited about AstroSwap right now is that Wagyu Swap is actually the team that is building out AstroSwap. So basically they've partnered. Wagyu Swap is building their DEX on Velis, and they're launching today. They're launching in 11 hours.
Wow.
So I'm super curious to see how this launch of Wagyu goes, because it's really going to be a precursor to how Astro will probably end up going on Cardano. So that's really something I'm watching out for. 11 hours from now, I'm going to be checking out how Wagyu does. And to me, that's going to really speak highly of what Astro can end up doing on Cardano. So that answers that question there. Really is a spec play for me right now, AstroSwap. It's doing really well in terms of how the IDO went. The price action has stayed really strong. It pumped after the IDO. It pumped up over 40, and it stayed over 40, which is great to see. It's available on PancakeSwap right now, but it's going to be moving over to Cardano. Price prediction for me, I don't really do price predictions, but I'm just saying it's going to be dependent on the product that they put out now, because people are excited about it. They've built a lot of hype around it, but are they going to be able to fulfill that promise? We shall see. And one big step is going to be later today when Wagyu launches.
I love me some Wagyu. Yeah, that's exciting. I want to keep an eye on that for sure. You know what else I found interesting on the NFT side? And I talk about this a bit in my video, is the dip, like anything, the NFTs have dipped off a bit over the last month. Volume is down on both Solana and Ethereum, the two that I focus on the most. But what I have seen is a shift starting back there, Milt, and a couple of exciting projects. The Desperate Ape Wives, which is a project that both you and I picked up some of these over the weekend. I think yesterday we even I picked up more, spent 3.5 ETH on one of the rarer ones. They sold out their mint, and this was a collection of 10,000 on ETH with the gas prices the way it was, as well as Bitcoin Billionaires, which also sold out. And here's some of the Desperate Ape Wives here. Obviously, obvious a rip on Bored Ape Yacht Club, but filling a niche here. And the artwork's great. See, when I'm looking for these types of NFTs, guys, after a mint, especially since the little bit of dip that we've had, you have opportunities after mints to really get in there and see where the floor sets, and then start diving and looking for some of the most rare ones, which is what I did yesterday, Milt. And in the case of this, the small bag plays a big role in rarity, gives it a lot of points, this little Chanel bag here. And so I was able to pick up actually rank number 34 out of the entire collection yesterday at a good price. And so, but what I was getting at here is that I'm starting to see things come back in the NFT space. My thought is, Milt, that we're still very early days on NFTs.
Yes, for sure.
And we're going to see volatility up, volatility down, very similar to cryptocurrency. But I'm seeing it come back. Wow, Polkadot has now broken 49 once again and is making its leg up to the all-time high here, guys. That blue line is the pre-existing all-time high. We're now at 49,170.
Wow, this is exciting.
49.3.
Wow.
It's like watching a horse race. Come on.
Come on. This is like stylish studs. Yeah, going back to what you're talking about NFTs, it has been really interesting to follow. It is very similar to crypto. And, new projects come out, the IDOs come out, they're super hyped. You see which ones do well, which ones don't. A lot of these projects are not going to go anywhere, okay? They're not going to last, whatever. They're not going to make enough money to generate, revenue for the project to build and grow. But I do agree with you that some of them I think are going to pump again. The bigger, better, not the bigger ones, but the kind of more quality projects I think will end up pumping. But it's been really interesting to watch because it does mirror exactly what happens in crypto, where you get these pumps, you get the dumps, you get a flood of new projects like we're seeing on Solana, a flood of new NFT projects. Not all of them will last, but out of those ones will be a few little gems. And so right now, you and I know that we're pretty much like spraying and praying a bit in the NFT space, identifying the ones that have the qualities we think have a chance to be successful.
Yes.
And hoping for the best. But it was interesting to experience the ETH side of things with the Desperate Ape Wives and Bitcoin Billionaires, because the gas prices were so high. But the strength of the NFT space in ETH is still there. Like these prices, like when you're talking about a floor of half an ETH, so $2,000, and there's 10,000 of them, and you're gonna have to pay a couple $100 of gas. I think the quality on ETH is still way better than Solana, but Solana's going to be catching up.
There's some really quality projects coming to Solana. Now, there hasn't been sort of your Bored Ape type project that's really hit Solana yet in terms of quality, but we've talked about We Are the Walrus a few times, WATW. I believe that's going to be the project, the biggest project of the year for Solana to actually set the standard. Looking here at the Queen in the Desperate Ape Wives, she sold for what, 18 ETH, was it? 16 ETH. So we're seeing the whales are still playing the game, and they're in there during this little dip, picking up some of the most rare of the best collections. So don't be fooled. Another project outside of NFTs that we talked about last week, and I talked about in a couple of my videos months ago when this was at 6 cents, by the way, is Spell Token, Milt. Talked about this on the show last week. It's at 0.031. Sorry, not 6 cents, 0.0. Look at this thing run, man. Look at it run.
Well, it's in the gaming space. We talked about it. Anything in gaming is running right now.
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's running, baby. She's running. So, yeah, I know. Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up because somebody was commenting on it. Spell to $1. I agree.
We had another question in the comments about Kylan. Obviously a project that we've been really high on the channel, and as expected, it's running with Polkadot. Like a lot of the times we'll see Polkadot run and Kylan does kind of the same. So it's nice to see Kylan here. They are going to be starting their crowd loan soon for their Kusama parachain. They announced that they're going to be launching a Canary network for Kusama. And I'm going to be making a full feature video on that because there's a lot to go through.
Holy, yeah, Kylan is pumping. I was looking at it this morning. It was at 28 cents.
Yeah, it is pumping. I mean, when DOT pumps, you usually see projects like Kylan pump too. And it's nice to see, though, because we've been waiting for Kylan to pump here. And so, yeah, really nice to see it have a nice pump, up 42% right now on last 24 hours.
Massive. That's huge.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, Milt. Well, listen, I think it's been a good show. If there's any last-minute burning desires to ask us any questions, please do. As always, please do us a huge favor and smash the like button. Oh, hold on a second. What happened to Jerry?
Yeah, we got to give away Jerry before we get off the air.
Oh, I was getting off the air. I was like, that's it. I'm done.
I thought
Let's
you were
go.
just getting
I got other work to do.
I thought you were getting questions lined up so that we give away Jerry. So the only question here is, so there are two ways that people could be eligible here, through the comments or through the retweets. Do you want to choose through the retweet or through the comment to give away Jerry?
Free Jerry. Well, considering you said the retweet on Friday, I think we should stick to that.
Let's do the retweet then. So I'm looking here. These are all the eligible people.
Make sure he goes to a good home, though. You know,
gotta make sure,
Jerry's nervous. He doesn't want to be abused. He wants to be fed.
He needs a good home, and because he's a soul dad. You know what I really liked about when Johnny won? Because Johnny won the Soul Sister,
right?
And he said that his wife got really jealous.
Yeah.
So I think we should send Jerry off to, one of our female viewers. Okay. And maybe make their husband jealous.
Oh, boy.
So I'm thinking...
Not sure I'd get that jealous about Jerry.
I think Jerry should go to Michelle.
Michelle
is at Math Grill. She's a tech nerd, a mom, a wife, a foodie. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. She's in the States. So, Michelle, you are getting Jerry. You got to give Jerry a good home.
Congratulations, Michelle. I hope you take very good care of Jerry. One thing he has mentioned is he likes a little Vaseline rubbed on the top of his head there because it does get sore, his little bald spot there. So
yeah, make sure he's wearing a hat
take
in the
good
sun,
care
too.
of Jerry. And our apologies to your husband or boyfriend, Michelle, because Jerry is a fine stud indeed.
All right, for those of you who did not win Jerry, do not worry. We're going to be giving away more NFTs this week. Don't you worry.
Hopefully
Lots of
from
NFTs
Milton's
to give away.
Wallet, not mine.
Well, we'll see.
There are a couple of questions coming through. It looked like, at least. I'd have to scroll back here. Please tell us the target of DOT in USDT in the next 3 days. What is our target? Wow.
3 days. So
3
specific.
days. That's too specific. But pre-parachain, my target, pre-parachain, it's pretty aggressive. I think we're going to hit $60 to $65 pre-parachain before the 11th.
I could see that. Yeah, that doesn't sound outrageous. I mean, I think people's heads are going to spin when they see how much DOT is going to be locked into the first two parachains. We know what they're going to be. They're going to be Akala and Moonbeam. Probably in that order, but maybe maybe Moonbeam gets it first. Maybe the Akala gets it first. There's going to be because Moonbeam's not putting a cap. So I think you could see something like maybe $1 billion worth of DOT going to one parachain.
Absolutely.
So I think people are really going to be shocked to see how much DOT gets locked in. And we're talking about getting locked in for almost 2 years. So this is going to, I definitely think we're seeing all-time highs for DOT in the next few days. And it'll be interesting to see how far that goes.
Yeah, big time. Any predictions for, no. I'm not even going to get into that. That's just too far off. We talked about AstroSwap. We talked about Kylan there, Smoosh. So take a look. You can rewind the video. We talked about Kylan. Listen, Milt. You know what? I think it's time, my friend. I think it's time. Jerry, our friend Jerry, He's going to a good home. Michelle, take very good care of him.
Michelle, I hope your husband gets super jealous because Jerry's got those bedroom eyes.
He's got those bedroom eyes. Sleep with one eye open.
Careful,
with Jerry
Michelle's
in your
husband.
wallet.
Jerry's coming to town.
Jerry is coming to town.
All right, guys, thanks for watching today. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be on time, 11 a.m. Eastern, all this week. CryptoWise Alive. We're going to be giving away more NFTs.
Can't wait. Thank you to the entire CryptoWise family. Make sure to smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and click on that little bell.